Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you're watching a live edition of the LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of geek news, gadget views, and answers that you can use. And today it's going to be an Ask Me Anything starring my mom. She's done videos with me and the other YouTube channel, the older YouTube channel, not this one. This will be her first appearance in this channel, and hopefully you've got your questions queued up. I asked for them earlier, so I had plenty to be able to ask Mom, and of course the patrons who are joining me live are having their fun with Mom in a good, safe way, because they're over there, Mom's over here, so she's completely protected. You're not in the cloud, Mom. Don't worry. She's a little concerned that one day her life is going to be assumed by the cloud. She's afraid of the cloud. Not as afraid as Dad.
I will be. I'll be a spirit in the clouds.
Well, you're not dead yet. Okay, so now that we've kind of gotten that out of the way, thank you everybody for joining us. Thanks again for remembering to like, share, comment, subscribe, and of course watch even more of our videos if you happen to enjoy this one. Back to the patrons. We hit 460 today. Thanks again for your support. I promised to do this one when we hit 450, which obviously we did. And as soon as we hit 500 patrons, then I will upload my What's on My iPhone video, which I do every so often, and it's been at least a year since last I did that. So hopefully if you're not a patron yet, you will be soon. Let me go ahead and run through the credits here as I continue forward with this brief broadcast. Brief, I guess, is relative. What's brief to you may not be brief to me. But first, let me tell you about a giveaway that we're going to be doing, and everybody should be paying attention to this. Everybody. Because it's with a sponsor. Not all meetings can be planned in advance. Things come up, last-minute opportunities, work emergencies, great ideas to discuss. But with people working from different offices, or on the go, as they say, it can be impossible to get everyone in the same room when you need to meet. So be prepared with GoToMeeting by Citrix, the powerfully simple way to meet and collaborate online wherever you need to be, wherever you are, whenever. So we use GoToMeeting to coordinate our upcoming event, Vlogger Fair, happening in Seattle, August 16th. Hopefully, we'll see more geeks there this year. It was mostly girls last year. Maybe that's why we didn't get a lot of guy geeks. Some of them may be afraid of girls. I don't know why else they wouldn't be able to join us directly. Now, it's a good balance of people. Hopefully, you'll be able to make it. But we're planning for it using GoToMeeting. You can sign up for GoToMeeting from your computer or mobile device and launch your first meeting in seconds. Share your screen to collaborate on documents, spreadsheets, and projects in real time. And turn on your webcam to see each other face-to-face. It's kind of like being in a real meeting in person. GoToMeeting can save you time and money and lets you work smarter. Start your free 30-day trial of GoToMeeting today. Visit GoToMeeting.com. Click the Try It Free button and use the promo code Pirillo. That's GoToMeeting.com, promo code Pirillo. Plus, here's the giveaway. One of you will win the opportunity to have a 30-minute face-to-face GoToMeeting with me that'll be shared in this new YouTube channel. You'll also win an Apple gift card valued at $300, courtesy of Citrix. Sorry, Mom. You are automatically disqualified for this. So that means that everybody else out there, as long as you're not related to me, it happens to be qualified. But you got to follow the rules and guidelines and regulations. Be sure to read them because we want to make sure that we're doing everything legally. This is all courtesy of Citrix. All you have to do is enter. All you have to do to enter is to tell me what you would like to talk about in our GoToMeeting, and you just propose your idea on Twitter using the hashtag WinPirillo. That's W-I-N in my last name. Plus add an @GoToMeeting. That's all you got to do to qualify. The winner is going to be announced March 28th on that episode that we happen to live stream of TLDR right here in this very channel. And Apple, by the way, is a registered trademark of Apple Incorporated, not a participant or sponsor of this promotion. So there you go. I think we've run through everything we need to run through. Your name could be here in the next TLDR live broadcast. But I'm going to go ahead and let the screensaver kick in because that's a little more entertaining to watch than your name here. Not to say that your name isn't as entertaining, but it may be. I also want to make note that if you really want to get free stuff and you don't qualify for this giveaway or you don't happen to get the giveaway, you can start getting free stuff. If you use feature points, I've got the referral link in my or in this video's description, really not. It is my video. It'll be Mom's video soon. You could use this, download it on iOS or Android, US or UK, and start earning free points to exchange for Xbox cards, PlayStation Network cards, iTunes cards, PayPal money. You could even earn an iPad Mini, a Nexus 7, Starbucks cards, and a ton of applications that would normally cost you money in the App Store. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Head over to go.tagjag.com/free points. It's easy to do, and everybody who can qualify can take advantage of that right now. Mom, are you ready?
I am.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you sit in this chair. I thought we were going to dress you up in a geeky hoodie, but I don't know if we really have one that suits you.
Okay.
Because most of mine are, well, I mean, they're good hoodies. Here, let's see if you would wear any of these. We just launched the LockerGnome store the other day, and we've got Superman, oh my God, money clips. I had no idea we had that. A Ron Burgundy life-size stand-up. No, you couldn't wear those. You could wear a Soundwave hoodie. I don't have that one yet. Not in person. I don't have the...
I can't wear it.
I know. Well, do you have the Wonder Woman hoodie?
I do.
Hun?
Well, yeah.
Well, Diane's got a Wonder Woman hoodie, a Batman hoodie. We got tons of stuff here
Yeah. Well,
in the new store, shop.lockergnome.com. I don't know. Oh, we got a Ghostbusters hoodie now? We must have just added these things last night. I didn't even look. That's awesome. It's good to know that I'm helping arm people or shirt people out there with geeky things. So, Mom, I think you're just going to have to wear what you're wearing now.
okay.
All right. So, everybody...
I can run down and get my gray hat and put it on my head.
That's not geeky enough.
Okay.
Everybody, my mom, everybody, this is Judy. Good afternoon, Mrs. Pirillo.
No, my preschooler children only called me Miss Judy.
Miss Judy. All right.
So, do I look there? Do I
No,
look there?
you
Do I
look
look
there.
there? Do I
There's
look there?
you look right here. See that right there? That's, and you should see yourself even in the
I
little
do.
monitor
Oh
there.
God, yeah, I do.
You're fine.
Oh.
You're okay. You're okay. So we've got a list of questions, including a handful of people who've tuned in live for the broadcast. Anthrit, the vlogger from Montana, has pretty good questions. Actually, it's a couple of questions. How did you get Chris to clean the house as a teen when he was playing on his iPhone?
He didn't have an iPhone. And they basically had to... really, we didn't make the kids really clean their rooms. I mean, they had to vacuum, and dust every once in a while, but it wasn't a big deal with me. I just would close the door. There were other issues. There were other battles to fight, and cleaning the room really wasn't one of them. But they did all have chores that they had to do. They had to get done in order to get their allowance.
And his second question, what was Chris like as a teenager from your point of view?
They're pretty good. I mean, all the boys were pretty good. I think they're a lot easier to raise than girls. Girls have a lot of drama going on, and they're sometimes little divas. And they weren't picky about the clothes that they wore to school. They knew that we really couldn't afford the, Air Jordans and all that kind of thing. So they really were pretty good.
Mark Hyder asked, do you find tech easier to use because you have Chris as a son?
I think we get ideas from him, and we can go to him when we need to, but we really do try to figure things out ourselves, because both Joe and I are hands-on people. It doesn't help me to tell me how to do something. I need to see how to do it. And you know what? Sometimes I just start pressing buttons, and hey, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I blow something up, I blow it up. I kind of felt that way at work too. When I worked and we had our computers at work, I knew we had an IT department. So when we'd come in and there'd be something new that we had to learn and they didn't tell us how we were supposed to do it, I just started pressing buttons. And I figured, hey, you know what? You either let me know how to do it, or you're going to have to fix my mess afterwards. So
Andrew Myers asked, and by the way, all these are the initial questions that were asked are from patrons. You have a few patrons watching you live on the internet right now.
Hi, patrons. Thank you.
And they can ask questions even during this live broadcast. So
Okay.
it's pretty much, at this stage, it's pretty much in their hands, and then you have to respond. Andrew Myers asked, what was your reaction when Chris told you that this was what he wanted to do for a job? Or was it a natural progression with no real discussion?
We've always told the boys that, as long as it's not illegal, and that they needed to do and they needed to follow their passion, because number one, it isn't work if you're following your passion. If you can make money at it, I don't care what you were doing, as long as you loved what you did, I guess would be the best way to put it. You have to enjoy life.
Earl Green asked, in what ways do you feel that you and Chris's dad created a home environment where Chris and his siblings felt free to follow their dreams in life?
Wow. Gosh, a home environment. I don't know, as we really had a plan on how to do it. I mean, we were just discussing that the other day, that in this day and age there is so much information out there about how to parent and what to do and what not to do. It's almost too much information. And when we were growing up and when our kids were growing up, you just kind of flew by the seat of your pants and used your common sense, and kind of raised them that way. I know they always had a freedom to you. We had one of those huge VCR camcorders that we were almost like a news team with a big, huge camera, and the kids always had the freedom to use that. And they did plays, and they did skits, and they did musicals, and that maybe was an expensive toy, but I think it also helped their imagination, because I totally believe that play is extremely necessary for children, because it does expand their imagination. Not play necessarily just on an iPad, but going out to play. And we were talking about it. Board games, I think, are very, very important. So I wouldn't say it was a conscious effort. It was just how we raised them.
Cameron McGregor in the live stream asks, what is your proudest moment for Chris?
Oh, wow. Just a lot of different moments with all three kids. I mean, I think probably going to Allstate with Speech Squad. I mean, I just was so proud of him going to Allstate with the speech squad that he belonged to, and it was on to individual speech that he did. Adam also went to Allstate on speech, and Ben went to Allstate for wrestling. So, gosh, just a lot of different things.
Wicket was a little upset because you didn't mention him. You mentioned Adam.
I'm so
Ben.
proud. I'm so proud of Wicket when he, I don't know, stops barking.
Alex Vizini asked, for Chris's mom, at what point did you realize that Chris's passion for technology would catch up with him and he would make it a part of his job? Did you believe you knew before he did, aka mother's intuition?
No, I don't think I knew before he knew. And I think that, again, they had computer at home. I can't tell you what kind, because I don't get into that thing, but they grew up with it. They had Atari. They did the little camcorder thing. I think that mostly came when he was in college, and of course was away from home. And I think he found his passion in that way.
Well, he taught at San Antonio.
Did he? Tech at San Antonio?
Yeah.
I'm being told by my husband that he also taught tech at San Antonio. When he did student teaching in San Antonio, he did tech teaching down there. So I'm sure that it was why he was away from college.
Heather Nielsen asks, what is your favorite soup?
My favorite soup? Oh, wow. Chicken tortilla. Yummers.
All right. Lynn Wildwood asks, what are some of your favorite places that you've traveled to, and what are a few places that you would like to travel to?
Boy, that's really a hard one to pinpoint because we've been to some really awesome places, had opportunities that I never thought we would have. Um, Probably one of my favorite one was Rome. Rome was astonishing. Seeing the Colosseum, the Forum, seeing the beautiful Villa Borghese with, I believe it was Raphael's sculptures. They were outstanding. Where would I like to travel? Probably any place I haven't been. I really like to travel in the United States because there's just so much of our country that we still haven't seen, and just so much that I want to see. Probably out east. We've been out west a lot, and so going east and maybe south would be someplace that would be a good target area.
Nicholas Rankin in the live broadcast comments area asks, is it difficult living so far away from Chris and Diana? And are you a bit sad that you'll be so far away from your future grandchild when he or she is born?
Yes, and yes. I mean, it's very difficult. I often said, even when I was a mother, that the thing that I wanted to be the most was a grandmother. And having both now with Diana and Chris's baby here in Seattle, and then Ben's children in Texas, and we're in Iowa. It's just really hard because they can't come next door, down the block, or live next door or wherever close enough for them to come and make cookies with me, or we go to a park for a picnic, or that type of thing. Yes, it's very, very difficult. I was close to my grandmother. She lived within a mile of our house. I would walk to her house every Sunday. So having that in my head as to what I used to do, I really wanted this to be the same. So this is sad for me, very sad.
We have a question also from a live viewer. Judy, what's for supper? The name is Joe Pirillo.
Supper is leftovers from last night, and we might make green beans, or we might make cauliflower, or we might fry up that cabbage that I still have to do and make it like a sweet and sour cabbage. Joe Pirillo.
Jesus Chavez, also watching the live feed, asks, how has modern technology changed the way you connect with your sons? Do you feel not too disconnected from them since they live far from you thanks to technology?
I still feel disconnected, even though we do have the technology. Again, because they aren't close enough that we could go visit, or they could come visit us easily. But it is nice. Thank God there is FaceTime or Skype or whatever you're using, so that you can at least see especially with the grandchildren, they can see you. You can see them grow. You could talk about their week, how things are going, and hopefully that will build a communication with you to last the lifetime.
You also watch the Pirillo vlogs.
Yes, I do. Both Chris's and Ben's. It's a good way to keep caught up. They kind of know with us, with Joe and I, that to keep caught up, we don't put that many vlogs out, but they might as well forget it because we're traveling.
Andrew Epperson in the live comments thread asks, are you hoping for a grandson or granddaughter? Obviously, you would love either, but if you could choose, what would you choose?
Twins.
Oh, God.
A boy and a girl.
Thank God we're not having twins. Right, hun? Okay.
We know that's
You're
not
in charge.
Truly, 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 I just as long as the baby is healthy, I truly don't have a preference as to a boy or a girl. Boys, to me, I think, are easier to raise. Maybe a little cheaper because you don't have that many cute little girly things, but it is fun going out to look at those cute little girly things. So it's fun, because we do have a granddaughter and 2 grandsons already. So it's really fun to go out and look at the cute little things that they make for girls. They just don't do that much for boys.
Also, in the live stream, or at least the comments, James Burris asks, hello? Well, I don't think that was really the question. He was just saying hello.
Hi, James.
He was being polite. What was your reaction when you first learned Diana was pregnant?
Oh, so excited for them. Just very excited. I mean, what can you say? It's, like I said, I always wanted to be a grandmother.
Brian Roberts asks, what is the stupidest thing Chris did as a child, either at home or at school? You got to narrow it down. Just one stupid thing.
One stupid thing. Oh, there are so many.
Yeah, tell me.
Stupid. I can't think of any right off the top of my head. Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to hear this.
No, Joe gave me the idea, and it's true. It was really stupid. We had an RV, a camper, and it was an old camper, and the kids were outside playing with action figures. I think they were, and they were throwing them. I don't even know why they were throwing them, where they were throwing them. Anyway, he threw it up on the garage roof. The RV was next to the garage, so they climbed up on the RV, and he decided to jump from the RV roof to the garage roof, and didn't make it, and fell, and there was a cement slab, and he came in the house. Thank God he was all right. I believe we probably took him to make sure. I don't know if we did. In those days you didn't run to the doctor every time you turned around, but I think we did take him to make sure he didn't have a concussion. But he did see stars and a cross. He said he saw a cross. So.
I was eating popcorn, remember?
No, that was something. That was the
No,
swing.
that's when I ran
that was
under the swing.
That's another stupid thing.
Yeah, but I was younger then.
Yeah, I was a lot younger.
I didn't learn. I had the head injury, which probably explains everything else in my life.
I forgot about that. See how many you
Wait,
remember?
what two? Hang on. What 2 head injuries?
The camper?
No, the camper. I injured my ass. I twisted my hip. It's been permanently twisted. Oh, shut up.
Quasimodo!
Mom, it's my ass, not my shoulders. That's it, okay? Live stream's canceled.
You heard a Twisted Sister. Twisted Chris.
Okay.
Hun, they're making fun of me. All right, next, moving on. We have a question from Shane Phillips. Would she ever consider getting an Android phone?
Myself?
Yes.
Would I? Probably not. For no really, I mean, I'm sure that the Androids are good and they're nice, but I am pretty used to the iPhone, and I do have the iPad and I have the Mac. And so because I've got a consistency going there, I would probably stay with that, with the iPhone.
Liz asks, and I do believe this is Pez Liz, she's going to be helping us with Vlogger Fair, asks, what is your favorite Star Wars character? Also, what is the geekiest thing you do?
I like R2-D2. I think he's so cute. I like his little ears. That was pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I was impressed.
That wasn't bad. What's the geekiest thing I do? Geeky. Probably play games on my iPad. I like word games. Unscramble the letters to make different words, and jigsaw puzzles and crossword puzzles. I love crossword puzzles. Love them.
I've got a good app for that.
Oh, do you? Oh, I love them.
Rick Sayre, also a patron, asks, what is your secret to a long-lasting relationship?
Give and take. And to be real truthful, some days one of you are going to give 100% and the other one gives nothing, and 50-50 some days, and 25-75. And I think you have to laugh And I think you have to ignore a lot of things. I mean, again, pick your battles. Picking your battles. Because, living with someone for a long term relationship isn't easy. Little things get on your nerves. Little things just, like, chalk on the fingernails on the chalkboard. Yeah, they can get on your nerves, but sometimes you just have to ignore it and walk away and just say, well, that's the way that is today.
Alex Roth asks, what are some of the things you like to cook?
I'm not a great cook. I will tell you that right now. I'm a good baker. I make really good baked items. But I suppose probably the best thing, I make good chili. Good meatballs, good lasagna. But I like casseroles because they're easy and it's all in one dish and that kind of thing. I like easy things. I'm not into really, really hard things.
Jack Johnson asks, have you ever been to any national parks? And if not, which one would you like to see most?
Oh gosh, we've been to a lot of national parks, a lot. And we have our little parks book that we stamp when we go to the parks. And what I'd like to see, though, we haven't been to Yosemite, and I would like to see Yosemite.
Anisha Carter asks,
Oh,
when
hi,
are
Anisha.
you when are you making chocolate chip cookies again?
Anisha, if I could find my old recipe, I wish I could find my old recipe, the one that Brad loved so much. I've even tried the ultimate chocolate chip cookie recipe I found one time, and it just wasn't like it. So I'll have to experiment for Brad.
Ryan Reeves asks, how did she or you make the dough for those beef pocket rolls that I saw in the vlog?
Oh, really, really hard to make. Oh my gosh, you really don't want to make them. So you go to the store, you pull out of the freezer section the little already made dinner rolls, and you put them on the cookie sheet and you let them rise. And then you take them and you roll them out and you put the meat in it and you fold them up again, let them rise again, and bake them. So it's just the little dinner rolls that are already they're the perfect size. So it's dinner roll frozen bread dough.
Oscar Williams asks, what did Chris look like as a baby?
He was definitely, he had the Pirillo nose. All the kids seem to have the Pirillo nose. Very dominant. He was really pretty cute. I remember his hair would be, all three of them had a lot of hair, but it wasn't straight down. It would kind of curl a little bit, but it wasn't really, really curly, but it did have a little body to it.
Megan Tyler asks, how hard was it being the parent of a nerd?
No more harder than being a parent of any child.
Austin Collins asks, what would you say if Chris named his child Darth?
I would say,
Well, it's all right as long as the middle name's not Vader.
no, I would say that this is their child, and we named our children what we wanted to name our children. Having said that, we really named all of our children after somebody in the family. So it would be nice, I mean, you if it has meaning to them, then that's what they want to name them.
Rhonda,
I probably would nickname him something else, though. But anyway.
Rhonda Meow Reedman asks, I wonder if she likes cross-stitching. What other hobbies does she enjoy?
I do not cross-stitch. I am very, very nearsighted, and it bothers my eyes to do that kind of work. I used to embroider and enjoyed it very, very much. I can do a little crocheting. I've done Afghans. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Increase, decrease, can't do it. Reading. I love to read, and gardening. I like to garden. Not to say that I'm, you know, any great shakes at it, but I do enjoy being outside. And that's what's the good part of Iowa, because our weather, yes, it's hot in the summertime, but you know, we could get out in the morning or later at night and still be comfortable enough to do some work outside. So you know, you just pick and choose your times. And a lot of places, you know, it's, I know that in Texas it's so hot you almost really can't do that at all. But and here it's just raining all the time, so you might as well get used to that. So you're just out in the rain working. If I was here, yeah, I'd be out in the rain working. If I wanted to garden, yeah, I'd put it out there.
We're pretty close to a half hour, if
Ooh,
not
okay.
right there now. And that's. I've got a couple more questions though. I'm going to go a little longer than normal, if only because we did reach 260 patrons. I'm sorry, 460. My God, I'm sorry, the 200 of you that I left out there. Doing better than I said. Hopefully we'll reach 500 soon. So this is kind of like I'm paying it forward here, because there's a couple of, I think, pretty decent questions that the community asked, but I know we won't be able to get to all of them, unfortunately. Now I'm
Don't make
at
it
this
hard.
point. Well, at this point, I've been taking a couple from the general Facebook question, which anybody's, or the thread where anybody's been able to answer. Sebastian Gray asks, "What type of pie is your favorite?"
Ooh, either triple berry. Yeah, I would say triple berry.
All right. Richard Smith, "Parents like knowing that they have passed on something valuable to their children. My question is, what do you think the most valuable thing, trait, behavior, piece of knowledge, etc., you feel you have passed on to your children, and in what ways have you observed it influencing their lives?"
Be yourself. And do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And I do believe all of our children do follow that. Very much so.
Alan Austin asks, "Dear Mom, with expecting a grandchild into the Pirillo clan, what changes can you see happen through Chris and Diana that you normally wouldn't have expected to happen? Love and peace, Alan from Australia."
Love and peace to you, Alan. I see them getting less sleep. That just goes with the territory. Gosh, I can't just, your life just changes so much when you have a child, because that is the focus. And they do disrupt life, but it doesn't necessarily mean just because you have a child that it has to be upsetting, disruptive. You just incorporate that child and their needs and their wants right into your life. I mean, when we were, when the kids were growing up, we took them every place. We didn't often get a babysitter. You know, if we went to friend's house, they went to friend's house. If we went to a meeting, oftentimes they went to a meeting. So you just take them along. You are a family now. And that's just the way it is.
Laura McFall asks, "What would be her one piece of advice to young people today?"
Stay young.
Joe says stay young. Not possible. Mature as you get older. I mean, you know, you need to and be comfortable in your own skin. Don't try to be someone that you're not, and don't try to be, you need to be comfortable within yourself, period. I mean, you have to, because if you're not comfortable and happy with yourself, then nothing around you or no one around you is going to be happy and joyful.
Derek Christner asks, "Was Chris a picky eater?"
Yes. 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 Oh gosh, yeah, that was his nickname, 2 Bites. Joe's reminded me of that. To get him to eat, before he'd get down from the table, we'd say, "You have to eat 2 bites," and he'd say, "2 bites?" So we nicknamed him 2 Bites.
Last question.
Okay.
What do you think about Bitcoin?
I really don't know what Bitcoin is.
Okay, that was a question for me. That was a curveball. I didn't expect you'd know the answer.
Just
It's fine. I just figured I'd throw it in there because people would, think that you wouldn't.
He's segueing.
okay. Well, I'm going to segue out of here. So it was nice talking to everybody. I hope I answered your questions. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Yes, thank you, Mom. Yay! I've actually got an audience here. It's awesome. So thank you, everybody, for asking really good questions. I thought it was fun and somewhat informative, I'm sure, to many of you. If you had not seen any of the earlier videos that I'd been able to do with Mom when she's been able to come out and visit Diana and myself and the dogs, and now baby Pirillo. Yeah. It's going to make for some interesting vlogging coming forward. Mom is now sat on Dad's lap, so this is the part of the video where Diana comes and sits on my lap.
Oh, is it?
I don't know what it is. I'm offering you an opportunity if you want to sit on my lap, hun. It's a very family. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Oh, you don't have to. You look good, huh?
Yeah, but she won't put your leg to sleep like I'm going to put Dad's.
I don't know. My nerves have been pinched 13 ways from Sunday.
Probably from falling off the RV.
Thank you. Yeah, that would not surprise me. I've got a massage scheduled for tomorrow morning. Okay, everybody, we're definitely well past the half hour at this point. Thank you again for remembering to like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course watch more of our videos. I'm going to leave you to your own devices. So until next time, we'll see you later.